Yo, everybody knows my boy John Fardis.
Fardis!
You know, John's an asshole, but I love him.
A big asshole.
He's always been an asshole. Hey, Steve, do you agree?
Yeah.
All eyes on you, John.
No, we love you, man.
Mic check, mic check.
Better than a mic drop.
All right, let me get this plate out of my hand. All right, well, we came here today, and, you know, everybody knows I'm sick. Been sick for a while. It's a struggling battle, and it is what it is, you know? You know, we make it through it, we make it through it. If we don't, we don't. But I gotta thank my buddy Rob here for letting me throw the event at his house. Couldn't do it without him. Been my buddy for a long time, probably over 30 years. So, had a lot of good times together, a lot of crazy times together. And, you know, I don't know how many more we'll have together, but I look forward to every moment.
Yes, sir.
A lot of these people I've known quite a long time, and you know, a lot of them been in my life a long time. Keep talking, baby. It's really hard. Don't be pushed.
You know you gotta talk, buddy. Come on.
Little John, you're right behind.
But yeah, it's all good. Who the hell wants me?
Dave's not here.
Yes, we all want you.
Alex,
Your car warranty has expired.
you're missing out.
Alex, you're late.
All right.
See, I told you John's an asshole.
Hey, beat
Never gonna stop being an ass. But you know what?
Rob, this here beatbox.
Hey, you know, there's a couple people, me, Steve Sanchez, and John. We were like road dogs. We were in John's alley, and we were
John's alley.
wrenching on shit. There's a couple times where like I wake up and Steve was like this, and John was like this. I was like, dude, what the fuck's going on? But hey, we pulled the bolt motor out, and we fucking got that shit ready for
3 days.
3 days, yeah. And we fucking took it out to the river, and what happened? It fucking broke down. Fucking, it ran like shit. It ran good until we fucking came out of the water. We fucking spun the crank, and we swear to God that we're gonna fix the crank and all that. But one thing I want to say is that hey, we had a GSXR 1100 that we used to take out to the street races and spank everybody's ass. John was like, hey, let's lower it. And Steve was like, hey, get these fucking, what was it? What was it on the carburetors? What was it? Yeah, the carb sinkers. Let's get these fucking carb sinkers. And then before you know it, it's like, hey, we're like, all right, you know, we got like $500. This guy wants to race like $1,500, so I put the money in it. And we all race and we win and we party, smoke a lot of pot. But, you know, hey, I you know, good times. And all I can say is that John's my boy. I remember when I met John, it was kind of crazy. I don't even know what was happening, but I was fucking running across the park. We were pretty fucked up. Running across the park, I was screaming, hey, hey! John fucking runs out, fucking starts punching this guy, and we're like, we didn't know why we were doing it. Do you know why? Yeah.
Because it was Friday.
Kids were beating you up.
Yeah, well, they were trying to because I fucking chased them. They tried to beat me up, and then we were running across the park because I hadn't had enough. But anyhow, yeah, but John happened to be at the end of the park. I'm like, hey, grab him because he's running. And John fucking kind of tripped him, and kind of the guy got on top of him and kind of started kicking John's ass. And John's like, I fucking back you up. Oh, yeah, you did. So we're good. But hey, other than that, you know, there's a lot of good memories. You know, we went to the fucking river. We fixed motorcycles, and I just remember the first bike, the Hodaka. Steve, remember when he was trying to Healy arc that fucking thing? Fuck yeah. And, oh yeah, John decided, oh, we got this fucking Suzuki. He got it off of the Groves. And he's like, he fixed it up. We're like, all right, John, take it for a fucking cruise. We're in the alley, and next thing you know, John's on his fucking back, loops it, sliding down the alley. We're like, fuck! Dude, what the fuck? His chin comes back, you see his bone, like, all he did put a Band-Aid on, we fucking started fixing the shit right away. Then John, remember the 750? John took the frame off of it, powder coated it, and all this shit. He was working at Manor Lighting.
But he never wrote it.
No, but listen to this. He was working at Manor Lighting, right? And the first time I go, John, what the fuck happened? Ah, dumped it. Brand new fucking bike. So keep John off of motorcycles. I mean, I'm glad that the motorcycle hasn't taken his life. But anyhow, anybody else has something to say? Come grab the mic. Steve, I think you got a little something to say. I gotta hear this one. Fuck. Keep me out of it.
I'll try. A lot of you know me, some of you don't. My name is Steve. I've known John since 15. And we go way back. We've done a lot of crazy things together with Rob and.
Mike's not on.
That's not on.
Just put your mouth on it, bro.
It ain't like you, brother. Alright, sorry. Anyway,
Give it a
Working
little.
now?
me and John go way back. And I haven't seen John in a long time. I moved away.
Can we get the glamour story?
Oh, who wants another glamour story?
Just the glamour.
But that's what's funny. It is a funny story. Is John texted me a couple weeks ago and he goes, "Is this the crazy motherfucker that put a log in somebody's face in Glamis?"
No, when you wrecked on his ATC.
No, that was Gorman.
That was Gorman.
That was Gorman.
Off a cliff. Yeah, keep John off a bike. But you know what? John is a good guy. I've known John. I'm lucky to know John's family. He knows my family. My mom says hi. I'm here. I live 5 hours away, but I didn't want to miss this because I love John like a brother, and also Rob. We've done a lot of crazy things together, and surprised that we're still here today. The things that we've done.
That's a fact.
It is. But and Dennis. We've all done too many crazy things, but I'm glad that we're here today to celebrate John's life. I love him, and I pray that, he's protected and, stays as healthy as he can. And, I can stay here all day telling stories. I don't want to, but I just wanted to say I love you, John. I miss you. It's been a long time, brother.
Same here.
I don't know who wants to talk now.
I'll take it.
It's on. It's on, fucker.
All right. Well, Sal, step right on up here.
Thanks for saving me for the last.
This is my buddy Sal right here, my coworker. When I was first diagnosed with cancer, came into work in the morning. There's a group of about 15 of us. Just letting everybody know I was tested positive for cancer. And this man here is the only one that stepped up and gave me a big old hug while I was breaking out in tears. So I just want to thank you for that, man.
We all stepped up. We just step up differently. Some people handle situations more reserved. John walked in that morning wearing dark shades. He knew something was wrong. He was kind of kicking the can down the hallway. I could just sense it. I could feel it. He came in right before work and told us what happened, that he had went to the hospital and he's diagnosed. Talk about tough way to start out a work day. When he said that, I could just rewind. My mom's telling me that she had cancer as well. She had previously died within a couple weeks before his announcement. And I just wish I would have given her one last hug. So when John came in and said that, I could just feel, I don't know, it's just something in my heart, my soul that said, you gotta reach out and embrace him. And that's what I did as a brother, because it was the right thing to do. It was the right time. And talk about a mind, The whole day, I just couldn't. It was just like I was just a robot. I can't imagine what he's going through. I'm glad he's here. I'm fortunate enough to have met him. I've known him only a short time. And it was crazy because once I left my old company, I somehow lost his number, and I get a random text, and it said, "Hey, is this, by the way, I got promoted. You promoted me to sergeant major." So I was in the military, so he promoted me, and I'm like, who the heck is this? Somebody's promoting me? And so I said, yeah, you know, it's Sal, and he said, hey, I'd like you to attend my celebration of life. So I had to be here no matter what. My kid's got a couple basketball games, but you know, we got to work things out to be here on important dates and times for, you know, for you or anybody else. And all I can say is that I'm glad I met you, man. You know, God's got a plan, and I'm sure you're gonna be a part of my plan. And I love you, and say hi to my mom, my grandma, and my aunt. I hope that's like not for decades, decades. But when you do, you give them the same hug that I gave you.
All right? You got it, buddy.
Anybody else?
Give it to that guy.
John.
First time I met this guy, actually I knew him for a while, but I had my first street bike and had it for what, 2-3 weeks, laid it down, wrecked it, and this guy helped me fix it all back up again, rejetted it, set it all up to where it was a
Fucked up paint job.
Yeah, the paint job didn't turn out so well. It wasn't the color I wanted. But yeah, we had a lot of memories. That fixing stuff in Rob's house, his boat.
John's Alley.
Yep.
John's out.
A lot of fun at John's Alley.
Hey, people drive through the alley just to see what was going on.
Well, you couldn't miss it. It looked like the daylight out there, all those lights.
I'm like, you guys, fuck! I want to go to sleep. I'm going to drive by and see what you're doing.
But anytime anybody needed help with anything, this guy would be the first guy to come help lift a hand and help you out. So he's always been a good friend, a good roll dog, and hopefully you got a lot more time on here.
I hope.
Yes, sir. So we're all pulling for you. We're all praying for you.
That's good.
And we love you to death, brother.
All right.
Love you,
Thank you, man.
So my name's Maletta, and I've known this guy since I was just a little dude. Because I'm a little younger than, believe it or not, you know, I'm a little younger than these guys.
What the fuck?
But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to brag or boast. But this guy taught me a lot of stuff about working on stuff and you know, understanding what was going on with motors and just. George was my buddy, man. Like, you know, rest in peace.
George was his
man.
dad.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, George.
You know, he was such a good guy. I love this guy's family. I love him. It's scary because it seems like all my friends are gone, man. Like, you know, a lot of my friends are gone. And a lot of them are sick. My mom's sick. But I just know that one day we're gonna all get together again, and I believe that it'll be joyous. I fucking love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
That's it, man.
All right, so I'm the baby of the bunch of the friends. I've only known John. We got 5 years, 6 years, 5 years.
A couple years.
Anyway.
2 years.
Being the old man on the block, knowing exactly how to do everything. And when the bosses tell you how to do it, and you do it better than they can, just because he knows how to do it. That's exactly what all you guys are telling me. He's been doing this a long time. Him and I have been friends since day one. And we're gonna be friends for much, much longer.
As long as we can.
I love you, my brother. And we going fishing.
Yeah.
You know, that's what this man loves. He loves to fish. He loves each and every one of you. He loves to do what we do best, is make shit right. How many plans does it take to get a job done? Johnny? There's one way to do it. Johnny's got 18. And he's gonna let you know each and every way to do it. We got it done, bud. I love you, sir.
I love you too,
I
man.
will always be with you. I'm coming next.
I might have known you one of the longest times.
Yeah?
Maybe even others, because he was, no, I go way back before you. Remember, I'm older. I hang out with his sister. Her and I tomboy, climb trees, and little 2, 3-year-old Johnny's right up our butt. Everywhere we went.
So I date you,
So I feel partial to some of the corruption in your life. I caused it. The park lady. Do you remember the park lady?
Oh,
The
we used
glitter,
to.
the glue. We hated this park lady. It was our last one. They never give us another one.
The Karam lady? Who's handing out the Karams and
Anne?
yeah, I think it was.
She was pregnant. She was nasty.
Yeah.
But we had Wendy prior to her. She was wonderful. And then the whole neighborhood rebelled. We hated that woman. She was a nasty pregnant woman. We told him to get behind her because George and I were not allowed in the store or inside.
Right.
Because we were one of the evil children. But so we took the cute little Johnny in. And we told him, grab the glue, grab the glitter, and put it over her head. And we were coaching him, people, pour it. Poor lady. Glue and glitter in her hair. You ever try to get that out? But you were always so cute. We were trying to figure out what happened out front. You were cute. But just so you know.
John Q? No.
Just so you know, just to kind of change it up again. It's awesome to see a pastor here because when I heard from George that you were, having issues and we didn't know if you were going to be with us any longer, I started praying. I'm a born-again Christian. I started praying and I told God that maybe I'm the only one that can reach you. I didn't know that you were already reaching out, but I've been praying for you ever since I heard. And I knew I was going to be here because I was going to get you in a corner if that's what it took. I didn't know party, thinking, oh, God's everywhere, but I didn't know that this is awesome. So yeah, dude, there's a lot of hope for you. I just love you, dude.
All right.
Little Johnny, that's all I remember. And thanks.
I got it.
All right, okay.
Stand up.
I know him the less, but he's an OG. Everything you guys have said validates what I wanted to say. And I'm just happy and thank you for including me today. But you're gonna live. This is unknown. You're doing something that people don't do. And you got the Lord in your heart. You're gonna live. Okay? And we're gonna keep fishing. We're gonna keep having a good time. And I can't wait for you to come over to the new pad. And I appreciate all the offers to come. He's, like you said, he wants to be the first one there to help you and everything. And we're gonna go fishing next month. Have a good time. And I just want to say it's an honor to have met you. And then you good friends with my friend. What?
You're good friends with my friend.
We can go back and forth. We can go back and forth with that one. But hey, it's a small world, and everybody here.
Wait, who's running longer? Me or you?
I don't know. I know him 20 years. I've known him 20 plus.
Great.
Try 40.
40, yeah, you got me beat. You got me beat. But you know what? The love is there. The love is there, and I love all you guys. This is awesome. If he brought you in here, there's a reason for it, and I'm here too. So
We're all family.
we're all family. And, love you guys.
John, let me show.
Hey, taking my turn, fucker.
Well, hold on. So this morning, I had to share the story. This morning, some dude knocks on my door, and I was like, fuck, man. Fucking John, I got all this shit to move. They fucking drop off 25 fucking tables and 5,000 chairs. I'm like, hey, bro, you gonna set this shit up? They're like, no, for 50 fucking bucks. I was like, John, 50 bucks? He's like, fuck that. I was like, oh, fuck. So I set all this shit up, and then I'm like, fuck, I mob over to the door, and I'm fucking, who the fuck is this? I'm like, I'm like, hey, I'm here for fucking John, and I got a pig in my car, and I'm like,
A pig?
dude, I fucking opened the door, it's fucking Gypsy. Me and Gypsy partied in my backyard. When you see this fucking little place right here, that little spot, everything else is dirt. We partied all night till like fucking 3 in the morning. I'd fall asleep, and all the girls, I think you were sleeping too, and all the girls in the house making pancakes and shit, and we were like waking up in the morning, but yeah, it was crazy to see him. And that's what he was saying, you know, me and John, but good people, man. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But anyhow, fuck you, Dennis.
I got a mic for you. Hey, John boy. I don't have a story to tell or nothing. I just wanted to say,
Yeah, you do.
this guy can never sneak up on your house in that red Toyota with that lifter ticking. That lifter ticked around the block, and you always knew when he was coming.
Yeah, it blew up on the way back to Texas.
And when KMET was both blaring out the window.
Right? Paraquat, Kelly. No, I just, I don't know a lot in life, but I know that I was fortunate enough to meet you and grateful to share the time I had with you. And I'm honored to call you my friend.
Thank you.
All right? Love you.
Anybody else? Come on, Elvis.
Anybody? Brian.
Hey, I don't know, none of you guys know me. I'm John's nephew. Lucky enough to get the time off work to fly down for this and hang out. But I just want to give a funny story that I guess one of my oldest memories of John. That when I think of crazy Uncle John, this is what I always think of. First off, how many people here have seen John without a shirt on?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, every time I hear Uncle John, I always think the guy that has a tattoo of a butthole on his stomach and a ponytail down in his butt. Right there.
You want to see the moon? That's a sign you want to see the moon.
Show it off, John. Get up. You got to close the
That's what I always remembered. It was always John comes strolling in the house. He never wore a shirt, ever. And he just had that ponytail down to here and a tattoo on his stomach. So anytime I brought people over to Grandma's house, I'm like,
Show and tell.
don't worry about Uncle John. Don't even ask him what that thing's about, because I don't even know. But anyways,
I'll take you camping.
yeah. Speaking of camping, so all you guys, it's funny, you guys are like, oh, Uncle John's an asshole, you know. And he kind of is, but he does have a soft side. We were camping, and we were up above Sonora, California, and my sister had one of her friends with her. I think she was like 19.
What sister?
My sister. Oh. My sister had one of her friends camping.
You know, Rob, which one?
Angel, yeah.
Angel and Jean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Rob's going through his list.
No, I just wanted to know. Angel and Jean. Oh,
Yeah. We're good. So, anyways, I don't know what happened. I was too busy fishing with my buddies, and I remember coming back into camp, and John was kind of like choked up. I'm like, what's going on? And talking to my parents, and they're like, Ashley got sick, and they had to like rush her down. Did they rush her to the hospital or rushed her somewhere? I don't remember what happened. Ashley got sick. John felt awful And in the middle of camp, he brought this freaking stove that he ripped out of a camper. Or an RV, right? Yeah, little propane stove. And he's freaking over there while she's at the doctor or whatever, and he's baking her a get well cake.
Yeah,
so he's not that big of an asshole. Hell
yeah!
But, so he baked her a cake, which I thought was cool. But anyways, it's kind of all I had to say. I'm glad I got to come down. Stoked we're going fishing tomorrow. Wish we could have fished more when I was younger, but you know, the times we did fish were awesome. So, love you, man.
All right, man. Love you too.
Where's George, man? Hey, hold on, let me see. Hold on. Where's George?
Hey, I just want to say one other thing. I know I got a taco guy here.
You're such a Michael.
No, Gypsy, don't be. Hey, Gypsy used to be my hot dogger guy. He used to be my taco guy, and he used to be my DJ all in one. Hey, and if you guys, anybody needs Gypsy, you said, hey, what happened to your taco cart?
There's a plug for Gypsy.
What happened to the hot dog cart? Oh, okay, forget it. Just it.
Hey, John. I don't think I'll ever look at any dirt bike that isn't patched together with every part possible and not think of you. Between us, I still wish we had the 63 Nova. That we could be put together for that. To you helping me with electrical in my house. And just being the friend you've been and what we've been through. You're probably the guy that I know that wouldn't have anything new. You would find something on the side of a road, put it back together, and make that damn thing work. It may only go a mile, and break, but I guarantee you,
Back to John's alley.
that alleyway, no one will ever forget that alleyway. You drove it just to see if John was outside working on something at that point.
Don't go in his garage. Don't go in his fucking garage.
And it's just short and sweet, dude. You've been a great friend.
That's good. Thank you.
I love you to death, man. And you're going to fight this.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Keep the
up
faith,
yet.
brother. And we'll always be there for you, brother.
I'll just say something from this side. I remember.
No, you don't. No.
You gotta get up here on the mic. You're not gonna get off that easy.
I was forced to do it. You gotta do it.
We're two different generations here. That's for you guys. That's John's alley. For my generation, that's my alley. I grew up down the street.
Oh, geez, roll it. Oh, geez, roll it.
I always remember hearing the tires burning. And then people burning out down the alley.
Might have been guilty of that one once or twice.
All the time. I remember the garage door. The garage door always open. There's 3 or 4 cars lined up. Whenever you had to go down the alley, you'd always go the other way because most likely you were going to be blocked and you weren't getting through. I remember that, and then I just remember being a kid because my mother was in a relationship with Willie Buzzard. I don't know if you guys know.
Buzzard! Buzzard!
My mom was Kathy, and I always remember being a kid with John, and I never been camping with anybody. My parents weren't the best. I never been camping with anybody. I never been to the lake, but to the river or any of that, unless it was with this guy. I remember I went on the boat by the Queen Mary. He was always there. They were always yelling, "Hoo-dee-hoo!
Hoo-dee-hoo, Mark O'Brien!
On the boat with him. I remember the camping stories. I remember the oven, but I think I remember the later stages of the oven because people would come and they're all, "What the heck is that smell? What is that smell?" And he goes, "I'm baking cookies, want some?" And he'd be baking cookies in camp, and it was unheard of. We didn't have no RV or anything like that. He'd just put the oven on the table and bake cookies right there. So I remember that was, I never done anything like that, but it's so cool how you guys all are saying the same thing, that this man was a good man in leading you in learning how to work on cars and stuff like that. And whenever me and my wife, I always tell my wife, I want to go camping, but I don't want to do like RV hotel. I just want to get out there and do it. She goes, "Yeah, but I've never done it." I go, "I've done it once." And I always will remember you when I say I've done it once.
County style.
Yeah. My stepdad almost did fall in the fire, but it's all right. It was fun.
That's a good time.
Yeah, buzz.
Hearing all these stories about the stove and camping, so this is a funny one. I don't know if John remembers, but I went camping with John and his mom and dad. We went to Lake Isabella. Okay? Now, John and I are in the back of his mom and dad's truck. with the dog. What was the dog's name?
Patty.
No,
Peanut butter.
it was a pointer. Anyways, I don't remember the dog's name, but dog was back there with us, and we're driving. We stopped at a gas station. We go in.
It was
Paul's dog. It was gray.
Yeah, it's Paul's dog.
And we go inside, get some Gatorades, and we come out, and the truck's gone. And we go, what the hell?
Was that the time you lost?
So we start walking, and we're thinking, what's going on? So we just kept walking. About 2 hours later, John's dad comes back and picks us up. He had already went to camp, set up, forgot all about it. Once he saw us, he wasn't back. He didn't care to get us. 2 hours later, he came and picked us up. We're walking down the road, and it was Memorial Day weekend. John and I went, and I remember John fell in the water. Remember that? He got sick. He actually got sick because it was freezing cold water. But it was a good trip, and I enjoyed your grandma and grandpa. John, can you come wash clothes?
Wash some clothes.
Yeah, she was a beautiful woman. I loved her. I loved your grandpa. I know his whole family, and that camping stove. That stove, I remember when it got initiated. And the big wooden box with all the spices in it.
Yeah, the cabinet.
It was a cabinet. We took it everywhere. In every truck, we would go camping all the time. When I went to the river, I would go with John. Me and John would go. We'd take that box, we'd take that stove, making cinnamon rolls, and we'd do it. Oh, it was crazy. Good times,
Is that where the belly came from?
The belly, she said.
Did you tat him? Did you tat him, Steve?
But
did you tat him?
No, I did not tat him. But there was a story from earlier. I don't know. Some people don't know, but we went to the river one time, and me and John drove together. That's when you had your burgundy Toyota, and he.
Red.
The red. That was the lifter ticker.
The
lifter ticker.
The 4-door. You had a 2-door.
No, you had the red one they crashed 5 times.
No, not the Kate. There's one when he was.
The one that rear-ended like 5 times.
Which one did you have? The 6-cylinder.
That was the. I don't know. That was the.
It wasn't the single. Anyway,
that was the 84. The 84 trailer with the 4-speed.
That was the lifter ticker.
Anyway, me and John are driving to the river, and John tells me he has something in his eye. And I have to take John to the hospital so they can take it out of his eye. Remember that? Yeah. Well, here I am up like 24, 30 hours taking John to the hospital.
You know what that was? It was a wire wheel. John, put the glasses on.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Do you remember when me and John went to go to food and we came back and you had to cut your finger open?
Yeah.
To the bone?
Yeah.
Wait, I could stay here all day telling stories about John. And you know what? This guy is the best guy, and I love him. And I'm thankful to meet all these new people, and I know that John has set, himself in people experience his wisdom and his corniness and his fishing, his hunting, and all the things that he loves the most. But I'm glad that everybody's here to celebrate his life. Love you,
John boy!
I got a Lake Isabel story.
So I got a Lake Isabel story too. Hold on.
You gotta get up, son of
Hold on. No. Okay, so me and John, we were at Lake Isabella, and it was dead on Wednesday, and his dad's putting it all together. Mom's like, "Come on, honey, you guys want to eat some dinner?" We're like, "Yeah, okay, cool." So then these 2 girls come walking up. I'm like, "Fucking John." He's like, "Yeah." Like, okay. So we go down to the water, and these girls are getting naked. I was like, "John." He's like, he didn't know what the fuck to do. He fucking fell in love that day. John fell in love. But remember Cassie and Lori? Yeah. These 2 girls, they were only like 13?
Wait a minute.
These girls are getting naked and shit. We're like,
is that your sister's names?
No, they are. That's crazy. Cassie and Lori. But I'll never forget that. Me and John were looking at him. We're like, fuck, they were getting naked. And we didn't know what the fuck to do. We were sitting there going yeah, what should we have done? Only like 13. But we went back to camp. And I just want to say one thing about John's, what was it, your barbecue not too long ago? This fucker bought a food warmer. A fucking food warmer, and set that shit up over here, and I want that thing, but you know where he got it from? Oh, dude, fucking got this brand new fucking food warmer.
Harbor Freight.
oh, dude, cool, what the fuck? No, fuck, my neighbor was throwing it out. That motherfucker, you know what? He fucking did this and did that. I'm like, John, what the fuck? He's like, no, I fucking just gotta put a fucking, 110 fucking plug on it. And we're gonna bring it to your house. We're gonna fucking keep all the meat warm. Dude, that shit sat right here. And we partied to like fucking whatever time the meat was still fucking warm. That shit was good. Anyhow, I'm like Steve, I can tell some more stories. I got a couple more about that fucking truck. Now we're fucking driving, we're smoking. So I'm rolling a 120 fucking dub paper and we're putting the crutch in there and bam! I'm like, the fuck, John? He's like, they fucking hit their brakes, they're fucking assholes. I'm like, John, dude, you gotta fucking stop before. Fuck. So we go home, right? We fucking, me and Steve, I get to come along on the fucking telephone pole. Come along on the telephone. We're gonna fix this motherfucker. Fuck them. So we put the come along on the telephone. Get it all fucking pussed again. We're doing boom. I'm like, fuck. John, how many times did you crash that thing? Don't lie. Rear end. 5?
5 easy.
5.
Crash Bandicoot.
5 easy.
Fuck that truck. It had a 4-speed engine. John was like, doing everything he could. Nothing.
Brake check.
Yeah.
Brake check.
Anyhow, just had to share that story. So fuck that truck.
Dennis just said it, brake check.
Brake check.
When John would drive down the street and he would see a brake check sign on the freeway or down on the road, John would pull his emergency brake and start spinning down the highway just to check his brakes.
Yeah.
John was crazy. I don't know if John remembers this, but John and I were driving in this truck. We're coming from Power Performance, and he sees a fox in the road. And it's going through the oil fields. John starts fortifying that 2-wheel drive truck all through the dirt chasing this fox. And like, I mean, this guy driving that truck, he's lucky he's here today. That thing,
That lifter's still ticking.
still ticking. But like I said, too many stories. I love this guy, and I'm glad that I can share some of them. They're brought up by other people that I love, and I'm glad that we can all share them today.
I got one more. Hey, so I want to ask you seriously. So when we were fucking driving our dirt bikes and you fucking threw our dirt bikes out as a snake, I'm like, what the fuck? It's just a snake. What the fuck you want to do? So he grabs this fucking thing and walks over and he goes, boom, bam! First shot right in the head. And he thought he was like a god. John, was that luck?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey, was that luck or was it skill?
That was skill.
Remember when you fucking, and then guess what? He went home and he said, hey Rob! I'm like, what, bro? He goes, remember that fucking snake? Yeah, he goes, fucking sheet on my wall right there on that little fucking plaque right there. I skinned that motherfucker. And I was like, that's that fucking snake? He's like, yeah. My first shot walks right up. It was fucking luck. The thing was fucking huge. And he fucking picks his head up, John. Pop! Like, what was it?
Tire iron.
Tire iron. Yeah, that jack, that fucking jack. Fucking walks up, wow.
One time.
Right on the head. Did we eat it?
The jack rod with the little hook on the end.
Yeah. Fucking first shot. What the fuck?
I guarantee you guys ate it.
Was that luck or what?
I guarantee you guys ate it. I guarantee you guys ate it.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Who's next?
Talk to me. The gentleman right there with the frame, can you just have him step up real quick at least? Show what he's got. Go ahead, bro.
What's up there? Get your ass over here.
You want to share? All right.
Hi, my name's Jose, and I'm John's co-worker. I have a few of my co-workers over there too. And this is for John. Obviously, he's already surrounded by people that love him, but I just wanted to remind him of this.
Let's turn around and see it.
You gotta read it.
It says, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and truth. John 3:18.
Nice. Good shit, bro.